Chapter 2 of BYU's basketball series that they are calling Uncut is released on the BYU basketball YouTube channel. Summer Workouts, Chapter 2. This is roughly 6 minutes of footage from behind the scenes at BYU practice and strength and conditioning workouts. It's a great look at all this team has to offer. I greatly enjoyed it. I know you watched it as well. Let's jump right in, Cart. What'd you learn from the latest episode of BYU Uncut?
So I don't think this is specific to BYU. I think this is a lot of programs, but a small thing that I very much appreciate out of these videos is I feel like you get a real nice little peek at what the facilities look like at BYU, which by the way, they look extremely nice. One of the first things I would like to do when we do get to Provo is get like the full tour. Like I need the full tour. The facilities look really good. Am I getting too greedy too? Like, you know how books operate, right? Like, you look at the front and you know how many chapters and pages the book are. Am I getting too greedy if I ask how many chapters are in Uncut?
I don't think so. It'd be nice
Okay,
to know.
because like if there's only four in the summer workouts, I'd like to know when it's coming to an end. Because right now, like I'm invested, and if it ends after chapter three, I would like to know that going in, so I'm not just devastated when they cut me off. But um, obviously, I think you get a real good little insight, obviously, of our guy Richie in this video getting the work in. Uh, Respectfully, great set of legs, Rich. But yeah, I don't know. I very much enjoy all the behind the scenes stuff, and I don't know. Like I see it in the comments, and I kind of agree with it. I don't know how you're a BYU fan and you do like the temper expectation things. Like
Mm.
it's got like you got to be just hella excited for what this team is about to be, who your coach is, like the players you have on the team. Everything about it is just coming up BYU. And look, I know you know how I operate. I like to play it cool at all times and don't set myself up for failure. Massive set the bar low guy and figure out a way to get over it. I just don't think you can temper expectations with this team. You should be extremely excited and have I think a very, very high bar set.
For sure. Yeah, let's do one of my favorite segments in Sleepers Channel history. Let's read some of BYU fans' YouTube comments below this BYU Uncut video. Quote, goodness, I've never been more ready for a college basketball season to start. Quote, just watching this inflamed my arthritis. Go Cougars. Quote, this is a totally different level than before. I've never been so excited to anticipate this next season. Yeah, agree, agree, agree. Check, check, check. Totally agree. Every time BYU releases anything, I double down on how much I believe in this team and I start reframing like, what does that mean from a results standpoint? Because it's kind of gone from like, they're really exciting to like, yeah, they're in the mix to like, yeah, they're a top 10 team to like, yeah, it's them in Houston to like, yeah, they might be a Final Four team. Rothstein saying like Elite Eight or bust. To like us being like, no, it's Final Four or bust. To like, why can't this team win the whole thing? That's sort of where I'm at right now. Like if we're doing like a calendar and I don't know, you see the scale of how it's progressed. Right now I'm at why can't this team win the whole thing? Because you watch these dudes just play basketball and realize how many good players are here. Like there
Yeah.
was this isn't even in the BYU Uncut video, but like Moo Davis got an Isaac Trotter thread the other day where he cut up a bunch of defensive clips of him last year where he had Bennett Sturts in hell,
Mhm.
Walter Clayton in hell. Like that's one of the best perimeter defenders in the country, and he's like an afterthought on this team because DeBonce is a freak, and Saunders is one of the most productive scorers you could ever find in college basketball. Rob Wright may lead the country in assists if he's running this offense. Again, repeatedly, we've said it 7 times already this summer. Dom Diamande is gonna be a factor. That
Mhm.
dude is like you think back to a summer ago when we were excited for Cannon Catchings but then very quickly it became clear that like, oh, Cannon's just not ready. Dom Diamande is the inverse of that. He's
Mhm.
supposed to be this like exciting guy that's not ready, and every time he steps on the court, he's the best athlete on it. On a team as loaded as this team, like he has a game ready frame right now, and all he has to do is run in transition, catch passes, and dunk, and he can do that.
Hmm.
They still Kata is barely ever in these videos. Xavion Staten looks great. Like he looks better and better every time we see him catching lobs and protecting the rim. I just don't know how you could have a deeper, more talented roster. And ultimately they have to win the games, but man, this footage has probably been my favorite thing they've dropped because unlike past releases, like the Kevin Young mic'd up thing even, this was 6 minutes of work. There was a 4 minute stretch of this video that was just practice. Like no voiceover, nobody talking, just practice. Like we drop the camera in there and see how this operates. And man, it would be fun to be a player there. It's competitive as hell. There's a lot going on at all times, and it's just a high level basketball team. And I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and two things to kind of piggyback off what you said. Like looking back, I don't know if it was like 2 or 3 years ago when we did the whole exercise where it was like, oh, we got this report card, this scouting report. Can this team win a national title? Or can this team make a Final Four? Do you remember when we did that?
Yeah. Yep.
If we did that with BYU, the answer would be yes. Like they have a star. They have stars on this team. They have veteran players. They have role players on this team. Like they have guys that are coming off the bench that could be really good and really good role players. They have a good coach. Like they have a lot of things going for them. And then two, as you're just watching this, like even small things, like I feel like for a good portion of this film, we were watching like AJ DeBanza be the point guard for his team while Rob Wright was the point guard for the other team. And DeBanza's doing some ball screen stuff, and Rob Wright had a really good like denial of a ball screen pass to Xavier down low. You just look at Dom, and he's just, I mean, you get everything in this. He's energy, running the floor. He's got a nasty windmill in this video. Him and AJ look like he had a nice little alley oop from AJ that was almost from half court. Like it's there's just like I said, I don't have arthritis. If I did, it'd probably flare up watching this video.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. What were your favorite parts? Because there was a lot of like individual takeaways that I feel like Warren mentioned from this.
Yeah, I mean, I liked AJ. I liked AJ as far as like having the ball and being like the whole AJ would look like to be the point guard for one team while Rob was the point guard for the other team. I like that a lot. I like to see him in the ball screen type situations.
They got
Um,
AJ and Richie playing together a lot.
yeah, I like it.
I like that.
I like it a lot. I like
I
it a
like
lot.
that.
And like once again, the summer of Diamande. Like you can't like not point out what he's doing here. Like he's gonna punch all over somebody this year.
He's gonna play.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody realizes that. He's gonna play. Like
Yeah.
like I think a lot.
I think so. For everything I'm saying, I think so too.
He looks, I don't know, like a freak, a total freak. I loved how this opened with like 2 minutes of Richie Saunders in the weight room. Just kind of like a behind the scenes look, literally at like how he operates. Also cool because I'll break some news that I don't think our BYU audience knows yet. We interviewed Richie Saunders last week, and we're going to drop it, I think, in the next month, sometime in August. But we have both Richie Saunders and Kevin Young interviews coming. Shout out to Riley Davis for leading the way on that. But I got to join him for the Richie one. And dude, Richie is just like such a humble guy. And he spent like half of our interview talking about like, yeah, man, like me, like there's a lot of hype with this team, but I'm really just about the work. Like I don't really like any of that stuff. I don't listen to it. I'm just head down. I love the process, and it's fun to hoop with these guys. And then the opening of this video was him being like, me, like I love the limelight, I love the cameras. And I'm like, no, you don't. You just told us you don't. I just love that dude. He's one of my favorite players to root for. I feel like, I don't know, we've talked through all the reasons he's the forgotten piece of this team, but I'm rooting hard personally for him. And it was fun to see how much he's, I think, changed his body. Not that he wasn't already jacked, but he looks like a ready to score 30 machine. Like that looks like an NBA body. And I've kind of shrugged aside the idea of Richie playing in the NBA, but he's impressing me physically right now.
Yeah, and Richie is like having Rich like the obviously we pointed it out, but like having Richie back on this team, the caliber of player he is, add in AJ DeBanza to that, add in Rob Wright to that, add in Dom Diamond, like add in all these pieces. Also add in another year season to my dog KY. Like it's gonna be scenes this year for BYU and in Provo. And yeah, we're not we said it before because I think it was like a John Rothstein quote where it's like the expectation for this team is a Final Four and like national championship. That's what it should be, or it should be Final Four. And I think we pointed out like, nah, it should be a national championship because this team can do it. They're good enough, and
Yeah.
I think they got the pieces to make it happen.
Somebody again in the YouTube comments, Sleepers Media, you have 24 hours to respond with a Richie is King video. Hopefully a Richie Saunders interview will suffice. I don't know. Um, some I'm just scrolling through. Somebody literally just said sleepers. There's 5 thumbs up.
They know.
This is fun, man. I there's so many like individual winners of this video to me. Richie is obviously one. Diamande stock up, obviously. Again, I think maybe part of this is just Kada being so uninvolved this summer, but Staten is popping to me right now. Like there's a world, it's not gonna happen as long as Kada's healthy. But like if needed, I feel like Staten could probably step in right away and be a great option at the 5. Hopefully he doesn't need to, but he's just popping with his frame and athleticism and size. That's something no other big on this BYU team has.
Yeah, I think they're going to need to too because given Kata's playing style, naturally, because of how physical he is, you know how college basketball stripes are. First team all make it about them. There's going to be times when Kata is going to be in foul trouble, and I think Staten is going to get a chance to shine. And you can't teach his size, you can't teach his shot blocking. The other stuff that comes along with it, maybe figure it out. But at the same time, like you have a shot blocking 7-footer, that's massive to have.
I am starting to think that there is a world where Rob Wright leads the country in assists this year too. Like how do you not look at all the pieces around him? Like if they want Rob Wright to just have the ball all the time and be the guy driving the plays and let everybody else finish off of him,
Mhm.
isn't he just going to average like 11 assists a game with this team?
Yeah, he really might. Yes.
But the biggest obstacle in the way is just are they going to have the ball in AJ's hands or Richie's hands and let them make the play instead of finish the play, you know?
That's what's gonna make it so tough to stop this team.
Right.
It's like
Like
I mean, you literally got to worry about that. If that's it, one of the worst parts about being a point guard is when you look at your wing and no one has to respect who's on the wing. You have possible number 1 draft pick on one wing, and on the other wing, you have first team All Big 12 All American candidate Richie Saunders. That's a tough ass check. And then also,
and
if you
then
pick,
no, then you have this 6'8" baby giraffe with a 70-inch vertical
yeah,
running the floor at the 4.
right. And then, oh, you relax for a second. Now we're bringing a Moo off the bench. Like, what are we supposed to do with that?
I loved Rob. Rob had a couple like no look away lobs to Staten in this, which is part of why I think Staten could play. Again, I know Kada has a huge vertical as well, but I just think there's something about Staten being like this massive 7-foot dude with a huge wingspan that is going to be unlocked and possibly even open up things for Rob Wright as a passer if he's the role guy. So, God, endless options here. Also, did you notice they had some familiar faces back in the gym for this video?
Yeah, I saw Brandon Davies in this one.
Brandon Davies was there, and I think that was Trey Stewart back as well, who was on last year's team.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like the guys who are just like in the area, like preparing, like go back overseas, just kind of practice with BYU, which is pretty cool. I
Yeah.
must say, like having that kind of culture type situation around the program. I do need questions though. I saw one guy performing a workout at the end of the video, wearing jorts. I need answers. Denim on the court is crazy. That needs to be a rule. If we're gonna win a national championship, I need no denim on the court if we're hooping.
I've also decided that I want a very specific NIL sponsorship for the entire BYU basketball program. This is a pitch. I'd like to like sell an ad for BYU basically. They need a GoPro sponsorship
Hmm.
because I just want to put the
Go
words
Provo.
I want to put the words GoPro all over everything BYU on the court, on the jerseys, because every player on this team gonna go pro. And also, it'd be great to, yeah, market GoPro foe.
Yeah, go pro. Well.